Hi, this is Kevin Sandhu with Fleetline Insurance Services. We specialize in all types of truck insurance, physical damage, cargo, liability, non-owned trailers, workers' comp, and such. And as you guys all know, I come from time to time, post videos about not just insurance, but other parts of trucking, kind of to share my views about different types of trucking, about the do's and don'ts of trucking. As you guys all know, the guys who listen and subscribe to us know that I have about 25 years of trucking experience. I started off as a truck driver and then kind of went on from there to being an owner operator, had my truck, to a fleet owner, and then started a trucking company before getting into insurance. So I strongly believe that whatever information I can share with you guys that can help people who want to join the trucking industry or who are in the trucking industry and want to grow, whatever I can do for the trucking community, I think it'll be beneficial. I would certainly do it. And that's why I keep posting these videos. Today, we are going to talk about various types of trucking, and I pick one. You'll see some videos that talk about various types of trucking. So I'm gonna pick up one type of trucking in today's segment, and those people who are interested in this type of trucking can see how they can get about starting their own company. So we are gonna talk about how to start a container trucking business. So by container trucking, I mean ocean containers. A lot of you guys are familiar with the big vessels and ships that carry containers for import and export. And we have some major ports in the United States. And since we are a California licensed insurance broker, we have two major ports in California, Oakland and Long Beach. So what happens is when this freight, these ships dock in Oakland or Long Beach or any other port, the containers are removed if these are import loads, and put on trucks that deliver it to the customer. Or if these are export loads, then the trucker picks up the empty container from the port, takes it to the customer, and brings it back to the port to get it loaded on the ship or the vessel. So container trucking is a pretty good business for those who want to join in. It's one segment of trucking that is not seasonal to that extent. So it could be a little seasonal. It kind of slows down probably in January or February, but it kind of stays pretty smooth all year round. So for those guys who are looking for consistent work, I would advise container trucking. And there are some other benefits to it that we'll discuss. So let's talk about container trucking. Before I do that, I want to let you guys know that our company, our brokerage, is an insurance brokerage. We provide trucking insurance. So if you're looking to renew your trucking policies, if you're looking to get a new policy or a filing, and you want to call us, try our rates, we offer very competitive rates with A or B rated companies that can, pretty much get your claim processed very quickly. And we provide 24/7 service. So anytime you have a claim or you want a certificate of insurance, you don't have to wait until next day. We have a special system in place. We have 24/7 customer service in place where you can call us and we can provide you, with a service, whether it's weekend or night or any off hours. You can call us at our number 1-800-405-7421, 1-800-405-7421, or you can go on our website, fleetlineinsurance.com, and fill out a contact page. You can view, all different types of policies over there. There's some great information that you can look up, and, call us anytime. We'll be glad to help you. So let's talk about container trucking. What do you need to do? See, the major benefit of container trucking is that it's local work. Most of the container trucking is local work. So you can be home every night. You will be home on the weekend because the ports are closed on the weekend. So anybody who wants to get a day job, pretty much fixed hours, and want to be home on the weekends, this is the perfect business for them. The second benefit of being in the container business is you don't need a very expensive truck. You can get something in California. We are to be CARB compliant with the Air Resources Board. You can get a 2012 or newer truck with DEF, and you should be fine. You can probably get away with purchasing that type of truck for anywhere from $50,000 to $70,000, which is far less than buying a new truck, which could cost a couple of $100,000. The third benefit to being in the container business is that you don't have to buy a trailer, or you don't have to rent a trailer. So, because what you're hauling is the containers, so you are renting a chassis. By chassis I mean the wheels, and you're putting containers that belong to the shipping company on it and moving them. So you would not have to buy a trailer, a dry van, or reefer, which could cost anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000 depending on what you buy. So it's lesser investment, and good hours, working hours, and you can make good money. So those are the good things about thinking about getting into container business. Now, for guys who are thinking about getting into container business, I would suggest the first thing is get some experience, because unlike any other trucking where you go to a dock and deliver, and then you go to another dock and pick up a load, the containers, you have to do you have to go to the port, whether it's an import or export load. You have to go to the port of Oakland or Long Beach, and going to the port requires some special learning, because you have to follow the rules when you're inside the ports. They're very strict about it. It comes under the Department of Homeland Security. You got to strictly follow their rules. So moving in and around the port is very critical, and there are certain things you have to learn. So I would suggest is, if you want to set up your container company, get about 3 to 6 months of experience. Get on with the trucking company that does port work as a driver, so you understand everything. And when you buy your own truck, you start your own business, you're not wasting time trying to figure out everything. So you got it already figured out. The other important thing is, if you are planning to get into setting up your own container company, get your authority at least 6 months before you start your business. And I say that because you want the authority to age a little bit. And by that I say that because if you have a brand new authority and you get your truck and you set up a company, when you go to brokers or get freight, they check your authority, your MCDOT number, and they find out that you're a brand new company. Sometimes they don't want to give you loads because you don't have that trust factor. They think you're too new to handle their freight. So it's an advantage if you are planning to get into setting up your company. Before you do that, get your authority, your MC and DOT number at least 6 months in advance. So once if you need help with how to get your authority or DOT number, you can, it's all done with the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, FMCSA. They have their website. You can go there, apply for it. But if you need help with a consultant or somebody who can help you with the paperwork, you can call us. We'll help you, refer you to somebody that's very reliable. My number is 1-800-405-7421, 1-800-405-7421. Give us a call anytime. We'll be glad to help you with that. Now, once you have your authority in place, you need to get a CA number because you're in California. So CA number is very easy. You go to the CHP website and the California Highway Patrol website, and that's chp.ca.gov. You can put a motor carrier profile form. It's called a motor carrier profile form. You'll see it on the publications link. So you can download that form, fill that out. It's a very simple form to fill. Your company name, your information, and all that. And you can email it to the CHP, or on the second page, on the last page, you'll see different fax numbers and phone numbers. So you can fax it out to your nearest location. So fax it out, and once you have faxed it out, keep your fax confirmation receipt as a proof that you did, and then you can call them in about 2 or 3 days, and they'll be able to give you a CA number over the phone, and you'll also receive it in the mail in a few days. So get a CA number. Then the next thing about container trucking that's specialized to, kind of a special requirement for containers is getting a SCAC code. SCAC code is a four-digit code, like ABCD or something that's relevant to your company. It's assigned to your company. So every time you go inside the port of Oakland or Long Beach or any other port, you have to use that SCAC code, otherwise they won't let you in. And every time you pull a container or go in the port, you are going under that SCAC code as an identification for your company, and your SCAC code has to be active. Now, how do you get a SCAC code? You need to go to the website called nmfta.org. NMF, N as in Nancy, M as in Mary, F as in Frank, T as in Tom, A as in Apple.org. And it stands for, I believe, National Motor Freight Transportation Association. But you can go there. There's a link for SCAC code, SCAC code. So you can go on there, fill out your form, and they'll assign you a SCAC code. Once you have the SCAC code, you need to go to the UIIA, which is a Uniform Intermodal Interchange Agreement. They have a website. It's uiia.com or .org. I'm sorry, I forgot that last one. But you can go to their website. It's easy to pull. Even if you search UIIA, it'll pull up. And there you fill out your company, create a company profile, fill out the information, your MC number, DOT number, and you create a profile for yourself. That UIIA is where you get connected, or you get into an agreement with all the steamship lines and with all the chassis rental companies. Otherwise, without that agreement, you won't be able to pull out any container or chassis. But even if you create a profile, that is still not going to be active until you do an insurance filing. So that is done by your insurance agent, which you can call us, and we'll be glad to write your policy for you and do all that filing. We specialize in that. You can call us at 1-800-405-7421, and we will help you with that. So you got that UIA profile created, and then at that point you start looking for a truck or finalizing your deal on a truck. And I didn't say that find a truck in the beginning, because you don't want to buy a truck and let it sit while everything is happening. You want to do all these steps and then buy a truck, so you're not paying monthly installments while the truck is sitting, or you're not paying insurance while the truck is sitting, while you do follow all these steps. So when you find a truck, you like a truck, you buy, get your registration, get insurance. That's when you call us, 1-800-405-7421, and we'll get you a good policy at very competitive rates with A or B rated companies, and we'll take care of everything. We'll do the insurance filing for your MCDOT number. We'll do the insurance filing for your UIIA number. So we will do that. We take care of all that. So once those filings are done, you're active, you're good to go. The next step you need to do before you want to move is once the insurance filing is done, you want to set up agreements with all the shipping lines that are on the UIA website. There's a huge list. You just click, and you do. It's an auto agreement that you do. And then there are some companies that would require you to do a manual agreement. So then you sign it and send it to them, and they'll be able to do that. UIA is a single point of contact for all the shipping lines. And then from that point on, you need to start your chassis rental agreement, because whenever you pull these containers, you need chassis, which is a set of wheels that carries the container. and you rent that chassis. Most of bigger companies can buy their own chassis, but as a new company, it's a good idea to rent it. So you need to have a rental agreement with FlexiVan, with DCLI, or any other chassis rental company. You just call them or go to their website. They'll send you paperwork, and we'll send them the insurance. They need to be additionally insured on your policy. We take care of that, and you're good to go. If you need help with setting up with chassis rental companies, or please just give us a call. We'll help you with that as well. 1-800-405-7421, 1-800-405-7421. And you got your chassis rental agreements done, you got UIA, you got everything else, you're good to go. So now the next step is finding work for your company. So there are two things you can do. You can lease your truck out to a trucking company that can provide you with the loads and you get paid. Or you could start calling the freight forwarders and freight brokers. So when you Google for freight forwarders and freight brokers, just make sure you type in freight forwarders, freight brokers, and NVOCC. N as in Nancy, V as in Victor, O as in Orange, C as in Charlie, C as in Charlie, NVOCC. So you'll find only those freight forwarders and brokers that deal with containers. That's the term for brokers that deal with container shipping or import, export, or ocean containers. And you talk to them, you need to have a rate sheet before, because they're going to ask you rates for different locations. So develop a rate sheet that you should have gained kind of an idea about developing a rate sheet from your experience. And if you need our help with rates, we can certainly guide you. Give us a call, and you send them the rate sheet, and then they'll start after you're kind of done contacting them. If they like you, you like them, they'll start sending you the loads, or you could get loads from trucking company. And that's about it. I think that should get you in business. What I will say is start slow. Start with lesser trucks so you can keep them busy. And as your business grows, as you provide good service, as you create that trust level with the brokers, you'll start to see more and more loads come in. That's the time to add trucks. So it is a very profitable business. A lot of truckers in California are involved in the container trucking business, and they're doing pretty good. So if you're thinking about it, it's a good time, and I wish you good luck. You can give me a call back for any truck insurance needs. My number is 1-800-405-7421. Thank you very much, and everyone have a good day and good luck to you. Thank you.